What does a bad starter relay sound like? If your starter relay has gone bad, the electrical signal will never make it from the battery to the starter motor. As a result, your engine won't turn over, no matter how many times you turn the key. A faulty relay often produces an audible clicking sound when you turn your car. What happens when your starter goes out? When the starter drive gear is worn out or not engaging properly, they will often produce a grinding noise that is similar to the one that is heard if you start your engine and then accidentally hit the starter again. If the grinding symptom is ignored, it may also result in damage to the engine flywheel. Is it the starter or starter relay? Most often, a true starter relay is a small black cube plugged into an electrical fuse relay box in the engine compartment, whereas a starter solenoid is, in most cases, attached directly to the starter on the engine, although it is sometimes located elsewhere in the engine compartment. How do you know if you have a bad starter solenoid? Next, listen for a clicking noise. And if it is strong or loud, then you can assume that your solenoid has enough power and is working properly. But if you hear a faint clicking noise, then you have a problem. If you hear no sound at all or the car doesn't start, then you have a faulty solenoid. How can you tell if a starter relay is bad? Set your multimeter to be on the ohms scale. Place one probe on the lead on the ignition circuit terminal and the other on the ground lead. The reading should be less than 5 ohms. If it's more than that, the starter relay is faulty and needs to be replaced. How can you tell if a relay fuse is blown? The only tool required to check a relay is a multimeter. With the relay removed from the fuse box, the multimeter set to measure DC voltage and the switch in the cab activated, first check to see if there are 12 volts at the 85 position in the fuse box where the relay plugs in or wherever the relay is located. How can you tell if it's the battery or the starter? A starter that's failing may crank the engine too slowly for a quick start, or it may not crank the engine at all. Often, the problem is not the starter but a low battery or a loose or corroded battery cable connection. So, check the battery charge and condition first. Don't forget to subscribe for more of these videos.